Evening, Reds. Welcome back to the Liverpool on Magic podcast. This is, I guess, bread and butter now, Colby. This is what we should be talking about. You know, forget this World Cup business and all this jazz about it, whatever. I mean, we were just having a conversation about the Odyssey off camera and how we can talk about that probably for another hour, but we won't do it, and we won't want to discourage anyone else watching this this podcast about Liverpool. So, Liverpool back. They played their first game of preseason under Iriola, and it's really, really exciting. They beat Sunderland 4-2. Did you get a chance to watch it, or I don't?
No, I saw some of the highlights. Did you see it?
Yes, I tried to stay awake. I kind of first half I definitely watched. Second half I was like just nodding.
I admire fans that watch preseason because it's a bit of a trap, a bit of a lure. It's like you think the players are good and they turn out to be rubbish, and you think they're going to play well and they turn out to be rubbish, and like when you lose your preseason, you get upset, but actually it doesn't really mean anything to the main season.
It shouldn't do. No, that's the first thing. If anything you're going to take from this, from anyone watching preseason, do not take it seriously. It does not mean anything. It is just getting people up to speed, and it's certainly under Iriola, he's understanding his new tactics, right? So I won't be too upset.
What were your take home messages from it?
So I think
let's talk about formation and style first.
Go on. Good. Yes, good point. So previous seasons we've seen kind of snippets of this, but Iriola went with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And unfortunately, with the personnel that we have available, it didn't quite fit to the personnel or the idea of what we want to try to do. But it was interesting. He actually proceeded and went with that as the first choice in his first opportunity to get that double pivot. And I think it's going to be really important.
Did you notice the double pivot, or was it just like Maka and Gravenberch playing in the middle?
So again, because of the personnel that we had, Curtis Jones was playing very deep, and he's a very different player compared to Maka and Gravenberch. He and I want to use my words carefully, not to say he dawdles on the ball. He holds onto the ball a lot more than what Maka is. Maka is, perfect example when you watch him play for Argentina and when he was on his pump. For Liverpool, he's a aggregator, a flowing footballer. He passes and moves and gets it into the good spaces, or he moves into the good spaces. Whereas with Gravenberch, what we've seen, and I don't know what you think, but Gravenberch is very much he's a box-to-box midfielder, but kind of restricted. What in his good days, that season when we won the Premier League, he had that restriction of playing as a 6, but then being able to move, and you don't get that with Curtis Jones, and it's different. But yes, I did see it. What I did notice is the vertical play rather than what we saw with Slot was very horizontal. Unfortunately, it's really interesting. Sheamus, do you know the wrestler?
Yeah,
right. He was
mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's it, man. So he was talking about Liverpool pre-match on LFC TV, and he kind of summed it up. So the question that was raised to him was, how do you perceive Liverpool then under Slot? And he says it's like 50%. And what he meant by that was the passing along the back line, and it's very horizontal. It's just, continuously passing from left to right and right to left. Whereas what I saw yesterday, last night, was that vertical play. There's certainly, if you guys watch it, that first goal was what I hope is what we will see going forward, and that vertical play from defence to central midfield, and then a really good pass into the attacking phase, and then to a winger, then to the attacker, then to the winger, and then the goal. But I don't know what you thought. If from what you saw.
It seemed like the goals, but almost all the goals came from errors. So someone got dispossessed and it was attacking, bang, counter attack. So even like the ones that we conceded were kind of from an error, and the finishes were sublime. There were so many good goals.
Lefay, yeah,
which you can't fake, right? Those are great shots, like Soboslai's goal, their first goal. I can't remember who scored. Curtis Morrison.
Clint Morrison.
Clint Morrison. His goal was really nicely done as well.
Yeah.
You do not get that time and space normally in a Premier League match. So it's a little bit of a false sense of security that you can kind of be that fast. But the subs coming on, we were always going to win because you've got such better manpower than they do. So it's what he does with double pivot. Really, I think it's a style of play. I think all you can really say is it's going to be a higher press and it's going to be more direct, which is all we can really take home.
And I think you can see that. Again, you'd look at, we've only got to 5 minutes, and probably that's lasted longer than Joe Gomez's first appearance of this season. I love the man, I really do. But Joe's so unlucky. He's so unlucky in his Liverpool career, certainly his latter stage of his Liverpool career. Can we afford to carry him though, Clubia? Because he's only lasted 7 minutes at this stage when he should have been primed.
He would never be a first team player. Simple as that.
No.
He's never not been injured. He's made of glass, and he's a good person to come in as a sub, and he's a good right back if he needs to be. So Joe shouldn't have to go anywhere, and no one's going to buy him for any raw money. So let him stay. He's the longest serving player, right, for Liverpool.
Yeah. I think he's going into 10 to 11. He's certainly due his flowers. I think he's a phenomenal player, but unfortunately, I guess he's kind of reminds me of Ledley King for Tottenham. For those people, yeah, I know, man. Going back, a phenomenal player, should have been, playing for England a lot more. Played a lot more games for a club, and maybe.
Training.
But sorry,
he stopped training, didn't he?
Yeah, I know, and that's probably what's happening with Joe, because he's not able to play not even one game, a full 90 minutes.
Which is a big problem from a personnel point of view, right? So who's going to play that position? Who's going to play next to Virgil? And who's our backup? We've got two other centre-halves. I don't know how good they are.
I mean, Jeremy Jacquet wasn't around yesterday. I think they're just being precautious because he's just come back from his shoulder injury and hasn't played for a number of months. And then you got the young lad.
How's Leone doing?
Yeah, I was going to say Leone. He's still coming back from his knee injury. So Iriola said yesterday the reason why those two aren't playing is because they want to be precautious. Add that little bit of precaution in their fitness and making sure that they're right. But then that leaves us really thin in that central defence. I mean, what are your thoughts about that central defence? And I guess it's kind of written. I'm
so glad Konate's gone after his World Cup performance in the third place playoff. I'm so glad that he doesn't play for us anymore. I mean, because you realise what a liability he was. But no, we don't have a player in that position unless you're going to play Endo in that position as a sub, which is an option. He's obviously quite worried. And it's how you start. What's your pairing going to be? Who's going to develop? And actually, is Virgil's going to have to play. Virgil's not able to slow down now because he's going to be needed like he was last year, and he will have problems. It's not going to be. He's not as good as he used to be, but he can be. So I think he needs to have the backup in the midfield, which we haven't had for a while.
I think for Virg, he was doing too many jobs last season. He was looking after Milos Kerkez when he was coming in. He was looking after in and out defensive partner, whoever it is, and Konate coming in and wasn't playing very well. And what we found out was Konate had that family issue, and that was very, very heavy on his mind. But I will come back. He's fourth choice for his national team behind Lacroix, and I think that's embarrassing. He shouldn't be that. If he's got aspirations to be playing for Madrid, he should be fighting it with what's his name, Saliba. So yeah, it's just epitomizes his fall from grace, because he's probably lucky that he's in the national team.
On the other hand, the expectation of this team is to get top 4 and to get a cup competition, isn't it? So the pressure is a bit off.
Is that your first prediction of the season?
Yeah. I don't think we can ask for more. I mean, it's not my prediction; it's my expectation. With Slot, you were like, how are we possibly going to do any better than what we've done? But with Iriola, it's like he's got a season to build and to build his squad, because the squad is going to paper thin. So he's got those youngsters playing, hasn't he?
Yeah.
If you look at the right left back, if you're going to have Kerkez and Simicas, that's fine. Both of them are not that injury prone. On the right side, he played with Jeremy. Jeremy's going to have to not be a wing back, I think.
He wasn't great yesterday. He wasn't giving me the confidence that he could be a Premier League and Champions League fullback for the majority of the season.
I don't think he's ever been injury-free enough for that, though, is he?
We probably haven't seen the best of him yet, but even still, is he giving you confidence, even at full fitness, that he can play 40 games, 45 games in a season?
No, but I think he can play well at that position. But he's also got Bradley, and he's also got Ramsey, who he seems to be playing as well. So
yeah, I mean, Bradley's got a bad one, so we probably won't be seeing him until maybe end of the year, start of next year. You're talking about this season itself, and then
so he's going to end up playing Ramsey quite a lot, isn't he? Because he hasn't got any other options there.
No, he hasn't.
And he said he's not playing. He's not playing Szoboszlai, that's for sure.
No, Ramsey yesterday actually again really similar to what happened against Southampton in the EFL Cup. He came in, played well, but then we never saw him again. And I think that's
Yeah.
unfortunate for Ramsey. I think he is a capable right back. Whether he's a title-winning, challenging right back, that's a different question. But expectation, just like what you just said, is top 4.
It's got to be different, right? And if you look at the midfield now, so this is where it gets interesting because Trainee only got a lot of game time last year.
Really
a lot
good.
of game time.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not really going to judge it on yesterday's performance at all.
No.
But Trey is very much an option to play in the double pivot for sure. Okay,
definitely.
He's always on the bench. He was always ready. I always came on. He always gave it his all, and he's got some comfort on the ball. He's not like scared, and I think he'll do whatever's asked. So I think he's a reasonable option. Obviously, you're going to have Dom. I don't think we're selling Macca, are we?
No, I mean, if they were going to do anything, they would have done it now before he comes back from his holiday. So it looks like he will be staying. I guess there's another player, and someone that we spoke about offline was Stefan Bajcetic. Do you have any hope for him?
Going to be fit? I mean, how long has he been injured for now? Years?
I don't know. I mean, when he was playing for Las Palmas in Spain, he's probably their best player. Obviously, they got relegated or towards the bottom end of La Liga, but
when did he even play for us? He played for us like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, and he made one turn, and that was it. I'm again not absolutely convinced that he's the player that we should be.
Yeah, true. I was going to say, what sort of player are you expecting to need? Because I don't think that player exists without. I don't even think the catalogue of number 6s. Who exists out there in Europe, in the country, that exists to play that position? Because there are very, very few people that can do that role.
And especially,
it's probably the most highly sought after role that anyone needs.
No, but I mean, is the model the perfect specimen? Someone like Fabinho and Rodri. Is that the type of play that you would want?
Well, of course. I mean, Rodri was incredible. Rodri is incredible. Rodri and Fabinho were like at a time like the 2 best defensive midfielders. Anderson seems pretty nifty. He's obviously gone to City. But no one else plays that position. Like, who do you know that can go play that position that we could buy even?
There is Edison from Atalanta. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Brazilian, youngish. Seems a bit tidy. We got first-hand experience of that when Atalanta came over and gave us a royal lesson in Klopp's last season. So
in humility.
Yeah. If that was right, let's pause this now. Let me just ask you a question about transfers, if that's okay, because it's been bugging me what's happening. So just to update folk who may not know, but it appears that Diomande is off to Real Madrid. What's your thoughts about Diomande going to Madrid? Is that a good move or a bad move for him?
I don't really care.
Liverpool. We'll move on.
I think for him. But this is the thing, you can't say no to the big clubs, right?
No.
It's not possible. The big clubs now are PSG and Madrid, because also they're the clubs with the money. Let's not pretend the players go to places because of loyalty. They go because of money, right? Mm-hmm. This is the thing. So if you're going to get a better wage somewhere else, that's where you go. If people don't come for you, you can't go to that club. You can't just say, I want to go to this place, and they don't want you. That doesn't exist. So if Real Madrid come for him, and it's Real Madrid or PSG, you're going to Real Madrid or us, right? Because Spain is still deemed to be the pinnacle of kind of football in Madrid. But Madrid are terrible. They've been terrible for 2 years. They've also got a manager who's aged out. People have forgotten that Mourinho is actually not a very good manager anymore.
No.
So they've gone for star power again, and that's not how you're going to win that league. And they've got Konate, which is a waste of money. Diomande will be fine, but playing on the right, who they got now? Even they got Thingy, what's his name, who's injured. The Brazilian.
Vinicius, you got Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Rodrigo's injured, right?
Yeah.
He's the right-sided player. Who else plays for them on the right side?
They got Arda Güler. He kind of operates in that right-hand side. He operates more in the middle these days. He can play there, Valverde.
Yeah, but none of those are attacking players. I mean, to be fair, Arda Güler I think is really good. For them, Diomande might be the sort of player they want, but it isn't going to fix their problems. And for him, it's all good. He's got good publicity from the World Cup. He's got the story about how his sister died, and so everyone knows a lot more about him. I don't know why that came out at the World Cup more than anything else. That clearly happened before. And he's got publicity, so it's all good for him. I don't think he performed that well in the World Cup, to be honest. It was dynamic.
No,
he didn't deliver.
Yeah, you're right.
And
did he justify
a lot of people are like, oh, is he that great? And so I was a bit hesitant at the price tag for him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you look at Bradley Barcolo, he actually had a very good tournament. did well for France.
Yeah.
Scored some really good goals and good finishes, which I haven't really
Mhm.
seen with him for PSG because he's always overshadowed.
Yeah.
By doing.
They hoover up lots and lots of talent, PSG, and we thought that they were going to be getting Diamande again, kind of taking another attacking talent. But even though Diamande's gone to Madrid or going to Madrid, you would have thought that that leaves Barcola to stay at PSG. But today it appears that he's actually rejected a new deal. Now that opens a door for him to leave.
And he
Is
says he
Liverpool?
likes Liverpool.
Yeah, I get that. You know, Arsenal may be interested as well if they're looking for a potential left-sided to replace Martinelli and give them.
Is Martinelli gone?
No, but I think they probably
Which is rubbish.
fancy. Yeah. I mean, it's not great. But Saka on the right, and if you complement that with someone who seems decent, I was never always convinced about Barcola. I didn't think his finishing was great until I saw the World Cup, and then I was like, right,
Yeah.
I'm on the train. Get me signed
He
up.
just needs time, right? He just needs to play, and that's the problem he has. He doesn't get to play.
Yeah. So
I don't. He's going to be a lot of money. I don't really mind having him because he's an attacking player. He'll play in an attacking team, and he's got the ability to do the job. So that's fine. I expect to pay a shitload of money for a right-sided attacker. Whether it's Diamande, whether it's Barcola, there's no one out there that's established enough to play in the Premier League. You can't know how people are going to perform in the Premier League.
No, but that shouldn't discount. And we're less than a month away from playing Newcastle away. I would prefer that we start making those transfer deals. And obviously we've got Munoz. We haven't seen him play yet.
We
certainly
did.
From we forget that we have actually signed someone. And be interested when he comes in. He should be ready to go because he didn't play in the World Cup. Yes, he trained and whatnot, etc. And
he came on the side of one of the group stages, I think.
I think he was injured. I can't remember. I don't remember him actually playing a single minute because he was injured. He would have played the first game because Nico Williams and whoever they had were all injured. Yamal they were both injured, and he probably would have played, but he was injured himself.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's a young player. We're going to see a lot of youngsters get opportunities, I think. And you got Federico, who's quite happy to stay.
Oh.
So obviously we all love him anyway.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. But if you're very looking at the best out of Federico, a lot of us will be very happy with that.
I think so. I think a lot of people will be proven wrong as well. Maybe try to eat a little bit of humble pie with Chiesa. I think Chiesa's an adequate player. I probably...
Oh, wow. That's a compliment.
No. In a sense of, I probably put him on a pedestal when he first came because I was expecting the Italia Euro Championship winning.
Yeah, he's not been that person for a while.
I know. Maybe this is because we get a
new manager.
Yeah, he puts the effort in.
If he puts the effort in and you give him his opportunities to do some shooting, because he was just given the ball and go, here you go, do some magic. Yeah. And that's the way Slot play. And if he gets a bit of direction, he may be very, very useful. The difficult Origi of the next era.
Yeah, but he's got to play in his right position, and I think that he's actually on the left. I don't think he's a striker. I don't think he can actually play on the right. I think he's someone that likes to come in and attack and get on his right foot, and he's got a brilliant shot on him, as we've seen.
He does. But also left side, we're overloaded. We spent too much money on left-sided players because he always has most side.
Yeah. It's always been a crux because, and this shouldn't be put against Mo for being so fit and healthy and looking after himself. Did you get a chance to see Rio yesterday?
No.
He was again. Seeing that it was his first game, tried lots, tried to get past, but he was essentially two players marked up against him. So I think that's interesting that already teams are looking to get two men on him. That's a lot of respect for such a young man.
Definitely, and it's the same happened with Jamal in the World Cup, right? Yeah. There was always two people on Jamal, and that was like possible for him. But once again, you have to work out a system to get past that, right? And
that should open up other people. Yeah, that should open up things for other people coming in. Dom with great shots and other players coming in, certainly from the right as well.
So if you look at the right side, we've talked about the left side. We've got quite a few players, including Cody and Rio, and we've got Ekitike, but he's not back for a while, is he?
No, yeah, certainly. And it's probably you add in Florian Wirtz to the left side. If so, we were talking.
That's
about
the thing.
Formation.
How are we going to balance the midfield with Flo and with Dom?
Talk to me. What are you thinking? Because I've already got my thoughts and I've already told you. But let me, if you
I
if you've
think
got an idea,
I think you should have Florian as the 10, and he should be
you
the
do,
main
you don't.
character. I do. I think that's
Where
his
do you,
role. I think that's what he's good at.
where do you put Dom?
I think that's the problem. That's why I don't know if the
This
double
is
pivot is going to work.
and this is the problem. If we think right with the players that we have currently, so if you're double pivot, and I'm assuming this is going to be Maka and Grav, yeah.
Yep.
So then you have a Florian Wirtz, you got Cody Gapco, you got Dominic Soboslai, potentially another right-sided midfielder. So you got 4 players in 3 positions.
Yeah.
You're going to be playing Dominic Soboslai, and you're going to be playing Florian Wirtz. But
And the key thing with Dom is Dom's pressing ability is better than anyone else's.
So, do we go back to the Premier League winning formation as such, where Dom is playing as the 10 and can lead that initial press, and then Florian plays on the left, and then we try to get someone else that can play on the right, and it all feeds into Isak?
I generally expect him to be flexible. I just don't know how he's going to play them all at the same time. I don't see how you can play Dominic Wirtz and Gravenberch as a 3 ever. I don't know how that's balances can ever work.
No. We saw that last season. It just doesn't work. So you
Unless
need
put Dom on the right side.
Yeah.
If the right side is going to be crossing and linking with the 10, which is Florian, if you get Florian and Dominic working together, you can, and with a 9, you could make it work.
It can work.
But once again, you're sacrificing the right side for Dom.
Yeah, where he can actually do it. He can do it. He just doesn't have.
And the same goes the other side. You put Florian on the left, put Dom in the middle, same back.
But then you need fullbacks to be explosive. You need fullbacks to be ball carriers that will be able to get to the byline and be able to make crosses. Now, I've got no concern with Kirkes because he can do that. He's shown that already. It's whether you can get that out of Frimpong. Do you feel Frimpong can be that outlet for that space that Dom won't take up because he's going to be slightly
he's already proven that he can, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's completely abnormal. Once again, for him, it's just fitness. And if you've got a double pivot, you'll get protection for your left right. So, and then you got number 9. Number 9 problem is going to be who's going to be a backup to you.
Well, I think I've said it. Cody Gapco. He can, and he's proven for his national team, and he's proven for Liverpool in the past that he can be a number 9 and do an adequate job and do a really good job. Because if you put him in a position, he has a natural instinct to be able to finish and get into right places, whether that's back post or in the middle. Actually, I think he's actually quite capable of doing it. What we saw with Luis Diaz is that he's probably better. He's a better runner off the ball than Cody, and that's why.
So it's interesting, isn't it? Because if judging by this conversation, we need, and in this order, a centre half, a right side attacker, and number 6,
and a right back. I'd want to. I really do want a right back.
Right back is like a luxury.
Okay. If you were to give me a centre back who can play right back, I'd take it. I'd rip your arm off right now. Because I think we need it.
Konza.
No, I'll be starting that. Is he? Have we
I'd buy him back. We were harsh on him.
I don't know. Maybe
he deserves more
season.
He's doing well. He's doing well in Germany.
Yeah, but it's Germany. With all greatest respect, it's just a different kettle of fish.
Is that not the arrogance of the Premier League and of Liverpool?
Yeah, but I don't think we'll buy him this season. I think the buyback clause is activated next summer in 2027. So if we were to do it. And I think that's actually quite good for us, not in the short term, but in the medium long term. If he's able to show promise, and we can then buy him back at a good fee, reasonable fee, then fine, let's do it. We'll trick it next season. But I'm not sure if he's the answer for what we're looking for. Sure, there's other players.
So if you look at the bare bones of the team, right, the actual thing we're desperate for is centre half.
Absolutely.
The rest we've got options, including Harvey.
So centre half, just coming back, caveat, we haven't actually seen a minute of Jeremy Jacquet yet, and he could be the answer of everything. And also Leone coming back.
And it's a French league rubbish. It's a French league rubbish.
Oh, well, yes, I know, I get that. But if he's got the more aerial duels, success rate out of the top 5, and he's leading that. Granted, it is the French league and whatnot. Yeah. You say tomato, I say tomato.
I think I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I think you give a chance for people to step up.
Yeah. So, right back is not... Yeah, I'm not sure about Kwanzaa.
Right back is negotiable Now,
Well, it's not my priority. It isn't my priority. Okay, so what's your priority? What's your number one priority? And it's
half is priority,
outside
the
of.
right side attacker is the priority, and then the number 6, which I wouldn't just take anybody. I take someone who I think is going to be very good.
I'm trying to think of a name.
What we can do with Endo?
Adam Morton.
Endo.
Adam Morton. Let me forget about Endo. Adam Morton. Do you think he's good enough?
I think he would do fine.
Is he the model? Going back to that Rodri and Fabinho, is he?
Isn't he kind of a middle peaking now, right?
Yeah, I think he's got a lovely left foot. And I think he's probably underestimated in his defensive capabilities.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is he able to jump up?
I don't think I know enough about him to see that potential. I never really thought much of Anderson until the World Cup.
And he was phenomenal. Probably England.
He can clearly play at a high level.
Yeah, and I think it's a good move to get to City. Whatever happens with City, who knows? But if we were to take it like on paper right now, a very good move, and we'll cover Rodri's gap.
Yeah, we will buy someone who is not established. I mean, who knew who Zubimendi was until he went to Arsenal? And who's even given Zubimendi his props at Arsenal? No one, because hardly anyone drove through that midfield to score goals. And they won the league, and no one speaks about Zubimendi. I think that's a damn shame. I hate him because he turned us down, obviously.
Yeah.
But when you see that Arsenal team, he was crucial to how they managed.
Yeah, I don't think again with Arsenal, they were a unique team. They have a fabulous defense and defensive record. But it's more of a team effort rather than just Zubimendi being the person that actually shines. I think the whole team is there to work together and
he allowed Rice to shine.
Yeah, the thing with Rice is, for me, and I think we spoke about it, playing too many games, and he just caught up with him.
Yeah, I don't rate Rice that highly, unfortunately.
No. I don't think
a lot of this stuff, and a lot of the problem with the transfer stuff, and a lot of even us talk about players, right? We elevate their status to be something they can never live up to, right? Like even when we talk about who's your Premier League winning centre midfielder, just generally, right? You look at like Gravenberch. No one gave Gravenberch the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
That guy won the Premier League. So I think you'll see. I believe that Iriola can get the most out of players and get people in positions that you don't expect. And that's what I kind of rely on. I don't care so much about transfers because I don't know who people are till they arrive and how I see them play personally.
Yeah. Oh, just a name just came to my mind that may be of interest. He's worked with Iriola before. Oh, do you know what? It's all gone. What was the lad the Ukrainian guy that played for Bournemouth and went to PSG? We got a game after that, and he played with Dean Howson. Senesi?
No idea. Ukrainian players are few and far between.
Right. Let's go to Google. Find out.
We just know who Liverpool are looking at. I also don't know who's even looking after our transfers. That's what bothers me.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly, Richard Hughes was in Nashville last night, according to the BBC.
That's good.
So
I mean, he's not resigned yet.
No. That's it. Zabani. That's it. Ilya Zabani. Fourth choice of PSG, but actually quite a good player. As Iriola ball can play a decent pass, can carry the ball. I mean, is he willing to go to a Liverpool team that is stocked again with centre backs and probably not get the games that he probably wants? Who knows?
Potentially. It depends. You're not getting to the PSG midfield, are you? There's no way.
No.
You're getting into that midfield.
No. Even the centre backs, just the whole team. If you're playing regularly for PSG, you're a fabulous player.
If Zaire Emery can't even get in the team, you've got some problems. Zaire Emery, I think, is phenomenal.
Sorry, who?
Zaire Emery.
Oh, yeah. What a player. Highly underrated for club and country. I think he'll be a star, certainly in the next international tournament, and people will see it, and then they'll be like, wow, why did we sleep on him?
Yeah, definitely.
But there are, we didn't actually... I've kind of diverted this conversation, and we've kind of gone away from preseason. The youngsters, in terms of, is there anyone else? Lewis Kumas, a nice finish on him. Is he able to step in and provide that backup?
I only really think that Klopp managed to get the most out of the kids. I think you have to really get them. Rio just did Rio thing. Trey always played in the midfield, which is odd one because we had other people that could play in his positions. and he's not really tried anybody else. We had a defender who keeps getting sent off.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nalo has left the club. I think this week. There was definitely something I saw, and he's moved to Helsinki, I want to say.
Okay.
So good luck to him if I did get that correct. But yeah, good luck on him. And
what's his name? Who's our midfielder? McConnell.
McConnell, yeah, decent, tidy player.
Yeah.
What I would expect from yeah.
Your expectations got to be tempered, dude. You can't have high expectations.
Me?
You cannot have high expectations.
I would love to be able to say we can make people surprised. I think that's the biggest.
I think we can. I think we can bring back people that we'll love. I think that will happen.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the biggest take I could probably put on this team. If we can surprise more teams and put people, back in their place in the sense of, we're playing Liverpool, so we need to take them seriously rather than stick to a format and it works every week, whether it's home and away, and it's really porous playing that midfield. If we can just make sure that we're compact and aggressive, I can't see why we can't do it going forward.
No, I agree. When's next friendly? When's the next preseason?
We've got Wrexham, and I think it's Thursday night, 12:30 in the morning. Going, yeah. So it's a school night. I can't do that. I won't be able to do that. No chance. But what we'll do, we'll keep to it. I mean, it's difficult when we're just playing preseason and there's no transfers to really talk about. The players once they come back. And we start seeing the World Cup players returning, I feel we'll start seeing the real Liverpool and the real Iriola ball and the tactics that he's trying to promote once that comes in. Any final thoughts before we close up for tonight?
No, I'm just excited for it. It's just new, right? Everything new isn't always good, but it's exciting and it's hopeful.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the kind of the key thing I want to take from this preseason is it's just open to opportunities. We saw that last season with Rio, and he came in, and Kwanzaa the year before. Hopefully, one of the young lads, if they are able to come in and really surprise lots of fans and even management. I think Trey Ione, I think this is his summer. That's a prediction from me. This will be the summer. Yeah, the summer of Trey. And we'll see.
And if he plays well and he gets a chance, he could very much be on midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. And you never know. Stefan Bajcetic could just reappear from the ashes.
Oh, if he's fit, I think you should definitely give him the chance as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's as good as Trey Ione, though. I think Trey Ione is a phenomenal player. The young lad, 16, 17-year-old, plays on the right. He'll come good in a year or two, I believe. I think he's got real good foundations to be a really good player. And he played yesterday in the second half, and he kind of was up against big men and was showing them real strength for a 16, 17-year-old. Really good.
Awesome. Cool.
Right. There you go.
Let's see what happens next preseason, man.
Yeah.
Who plays?
So, I'm going to treat this as a bit of like a preseason. We're warming up to the big 23rd of August, Newcastle away. We're going to come in. We're going to try to get some more stuff out, daily videos or whatever. Whenever we feel like it. I'm really looking forward to seeing this team evolve over the next kind of 4 weeks, leading into that Newcastle team. Right. If you like this content,
some enjoyable football.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing. If we can keep the joy, be happy, and then we'll see how we get on. My name's Charlie Colbert. Thank you again for joining me tonight. If you like this content, like it, subscribe, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and everything like that. We'll be back soon. Thank you. Good night.